G'day folks and welcome to the Drifter Network. We're going for a polar dip today here in Grand Manan, the island. Yes, and the boys are just going to get a little warm up in as usual, a couple of push-ups, firing up that core temperature. Yes, and the young fella is doing some star jumps, whatever works for you. And oh, he's dropping his drawers for the camera, folks. And yes, the tops are off. They assume positions. It is quite cold out despite the sun shining in your eyes there. And backflip is the plan. Let's see how it goes. Oh, my, they've done it. They're in the water. Better get them out soon, folks. They'll come out a popsicle in no time. The young fella scrambles up the tailgate. A spectator passes by, appears to not throw a lifeline. Let's take another look here. Yes, and we hear from another angle. We're going to see it in the slow motion. He's at peace with his fate here, knowing the cold water is very dangerous. Let's see his form. Knees are bent, a slight bounce, and yes, look at that launch. He tucks his knees into his chest and plunges into the cold water. Yes, mate. Yes, folks, that was certainly an extraordinary effort. The judges seem quite impressed. There he plunges out of the water to a score of 8.5. Oh my, that's incredible. A little bit bigger of a splash than we're used to, but on to our next contestant here. Yes, here we have the tall, skinny fella in the budgie smuggler, the captain of the Drifter Network. He appears to be going for a more traditional approach, the standard cannonball, always a crowd favorite with the folks. Here he goes, he lines it up. Yes, he's moving forward. He's got to plant that front foot, really launch off that tailgate. Cold metal, might I add. And yes, nice tuck on the cannonball. Very good form. And striking the water, we get the first splash, followed by the big fella at the end there, mates. Approximately 2.5 meters splash. Not bad for a skinny fella. Let's check in with the judges. Yes, and here comes our contestant, just shaking himself off like an old dog here. And it's a 7.1, quite a bit lower than his competitor. But let's be honest here, folks, the backflip was much more technical than the traditional cannonball. We're gonna have to give it to the young fella for this one. Yes, and there's a lot of sportsmanship coming along here, folks. The boys are doing a synchronized cannonball. Oh, yes, and quite nice here. Very respectful of the young fella to decide to go for the cannonball. Everybody's a winner here today, folks. The competition completed. The boys are just going to take a quick warm shower, filling up old greasy juice bottles with water. I hope they give them a rinse. Yes, a good, successful polar dip indeed. We'll go inside and warm up a bit now. It's not too bad, but it'll feel nice. Hey folks, here live on the Drifter Network, just doing a little maintenance, spinning some wrenches. I just did a polar dip, got my work apparel on, and we're just gonna go warm up in here. 3 hours later. Well, folks, it's been an awesome lobster season here in Grand Manan. It was awesome, enjoyed every minute of it, really. On to the next adventure, on to fishing. Head to the mountains now, and life is your adventure, folks. You don't have to work a job you don't like. You can do whatever you want. It's never been a better time to be alive, and make the most of every day. Time goes by quick, and the only day you have for sure is today. So get out there, challenge yourself, do fun things, and just enjoy life. That's what drifting's all about.